Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Celebrity Natal Charts. Today, we're going to be looking at the natal chart of Jonas, who is the Leo rising Libra. Some honorable mention Leo rising Libras, Joe Jonas, is who we're doing. Tom Brady and Monica Lewinsky, who are like Monica Lewinsky and Tom Brady are like very scandalous. I don't know if Joe Jonas has any scandals. But I was like, we didn't do Bill Clinton. I don't think we did Hillary Clinton. Let's keep it fun. We're already doing celebrities, so maybe we'll keep the Illuminati out of this as much as possible. But I just think it'd be really interesting. Maybe I might go back and do all three of them together in a comparative natal chart. Libra, to me, does talk about like love affairs and like infidelity and lying. To me. So, like, I don't know, like, if ever I watch, like, the Great Gatsby movie, the one with John Waters from, Law and Order. Law and Order, very Libra-type energy. Or Tom Buchanan, like, the Tom Buchanan character from Great Gatsby, who's like, oh, I'm, like, married to your cousin or whatever? Well, this is my girlfriend. Let's go drive cars in the city with her. It's very Libra to me. So, I don't know what placements Bill Clinton has in Libra, but Monica Lewinsky, Leo rising, famous love affair, Libra rising, or Leo rising Libra, at the center of a very like large political love affair scandal. It's very Libra to me. So if Joe Jonas isn't currently, maybe he will one day be at the center of some crazy political scandal or what do you call it? Love affair scandal. But I'm actually going to look that up really quick. So we're actually going to do that right now. The comparative. What is Bill Clinton? He has a Venus in Libra, he has Mars in Libra, his Chiron in Libra, and Neptune in Libra. A lot of heavy Libra placements, and is a Leo. Let's see. So welcome to Celebrity. I don't know, celebrity love affairs. Hillary Clinton has a Neptune in Libra. Not a lot of heavy Libra placements. Has a Pluto in Leo. So, she's still alive. Her husband might kill her. Or might have, like, killed her. The whole, like, scandal and everything. She has a Mars in Leo, so she acts like a Leo. Saturn in Leo. Leos are somewhat of a setback or cause limitations for her. And that's her. Her 7th house is Taurus, so that's everybody else other than Joe Jonas. But we're going to look at Joe Jonas today. Maybe he's a happier Leo rising Libra. That's why I chose him, because I was like, let's keep it happy. But his birth time accuracy is poor, so he might not even be a rising Libra, but let's just look at it. Joe Jonas, Casa Grande, Arizona, United States, August 15th, 1989 at 9:58 p.m. or a.m. 9:58 a.m. Birth time accuracy poor. Joseph Adam Joe Jonas is an American pop singer, musician, actor, and dancer. He was a member of the Jonas Brothers, a pop rock band made up of him and his two brothers, Nick and Kevin. He starred as Joseph Lucas on the Disney Channel original series Jonas, and released his debut solo album, Fast Life, in October 2011. I'm sure he's done some other things since then. I don't know. I know Nick Jonas they've been like stripping a lot. I've seen them like very scantily clad and half naked a lot. But he has a Leo sun, he has a moon in Aquarius. This is actually a good thing for me to do in the future videos, so I don't get them confused or messed up. He's a moon in Aquarius, Aquarius moon. That's not very good. Mercury in Virgo, Venus in Virgo. That's not very good either. Mars in Virgo, Jupiter in Cancer. So right now, in April 15th, 2026, Jupiter in Cancer is a very auspicious positioning for him because Jupiter is in Cancer right now. Saturn in Capricorn, that's pretty good. Uranus in Capricorn, Neptune in Capricorn. All these Capricorn placements could be why he's so like jet black hair, dark eyes. His eyes actually might be kind of light. I don't know. I can't really see in the picture. Pluto in Scorpio, North Node in Aquarius. So the North Node, I've been going back and forth on like what I believe the North Node is and even interpreting the North Node. They say it's like a lifelong lesson. So he might have a lifelong lesson in friends, like, genuine friendship, which as a child star actor or whatever could be a very possible position. Chiron in Cancer or whatever, Chiron, a very possible situation. Chiron in Cancer, Ascendant Libra, as we just said, Midheaven Cancer. So even the Chiron in Cancer, it's like, who's his mommy? Who actually really cares about him? And maybe helping his brothers out with that, but not being so great at that in general, like having a good relationship with their mother or wives and maternal energies. But he has a Libra, rising Libra means that he looks like a Libra. His father's relationship probably causes a big influence in his life. Causes his father's relationships impact his life very deeply, as you would say probably everybody. But if your father's like not a part of your life or is deceased, maybe not so much. So I don't even know if his parents are together or if they're divorced or what. But if they were, it would impact him very greatly. I would have to watch like some type of Jonas Brothers bio documentary. But I did Harry Styles, who is not a Jonas Brothers, but kind of in my mind are the same thing. And I don't think they're related to each other. I did Harry Styles. I'm so young and hip. I did Harry Styles, Zayn Malik, and now Joe Jonas, whose debut album's from 2011. It's 2026. I'm so current and hip and cool. His father maybe is a good singer as well. Maybe learn how to sing from his father. Father's probably very attractive. Probably looks like his father. I don't know if he looks like he sings well, but like maybe to other people he looks like a singer. El Divo comes to mind. Do you remember those guys? It was like, I think they were like discovered by, I want to say they were discovered by Simon Cowell, but they were like these like opera, it was like an opera singing boy group. The Star. Maybe they'll sing opera later in life. They're from 2003. So like I said, I'm very current and up to date on everything. Yeah. It's created, promoted by British media magnate Simon Cowell. Which is like Simon Cowell telling other people they can't sing or they won't be marketable. And then he makes this like opera singing boy band that doesn't really seem to have done anything since Live in Japan in 2014. This is Wikipedia. El Divo. So he looks like a member of El Divo. Like he'd be a member of El Divo in the future. Like singing opera. Like black hair, dark eyes. I think his eyes, I'm looking a better picture. I know his eyes are like, and then his eyes are green. I don't know if it says. And looking at this picture, he looks like he has dark colored eyes. But they could not be very easily. His relatives, Kevin Jonas, Nick Jonas, sister-in-law. That means he's married. Marriage, his father's marriage. Joe Jonas, he is a singer, did a debut album. Anything more? 2015. Formed a funk pop band DNCE in 2015, serving as the lead vocalist. The group saw significant commercial success. Other debut single, Cake by the Ocean, which peaked number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100. I didn't know that, but that's also from nearly 10 years ago, 2015, like 11 years ago. His early life, he's the son of Denise Miller, I guess, or Nee Miller, and Paul Kevin Jonas, who's his... So they get the last name Jonas from his father. So the band and the TV show all named after his dad's last name. His father is a singer, songwriter, musician, and former ordained minister at the Assemble of God church, where his mother is a former sign language teacher and singer. He has an older brother, Kevin, and 2 younger brothers, Nick and Frankie. So his father is so instantly confirmed, confirmed that he got his singing abilities from his mother and his father, both singers, and the last name from his dad, who is good at singing because he has a rising Libra, which I probably would have read a little bit later. But okay, we're gonna keep going. We're on a good good track here. He has Pluto and Scorpio, also Scorpio's second house. So he is a very good, I guess maybe really good at finances. He might go into the church later in life. Be very spiritual. Is this a Catholic thing? What is it? Scorpio's like a very Scorpio and Taurus is very Catholicism. I would say Taurus is a little bit more Hinduism. Like Leo and Taurus is like very Hinduism. Scorpio is very Catholicism. But it doesn't really say. Church of Christ. Cooperative body. They're Protestant. Classification Protestant. Okay. So they're Protestants, but maybe Protestants or Catholics, Il Divo, will be very profitable for him later in life. So, but his major priority in life should be some type of like spirituality, mysticism, occult magic. Maybe he will sing gospel. The Jonas Brothers will get back together in 2028 or something, in 8 Scorpio, and do like a Il Divo gospel churchy something. The church is good cash cow for him. Maybe church loving people. Maybe his music is very Disney Channel, very palatable for church type people. I don't really know. They're not singing like Two Live Crew, nothing. So maybe church people are big fans of Joe Jonas. Yeah, and wasn't that their thing, like the purity rings and something like that? I don't know, chastity. That's a little bit more Virgo, which is his 12th house, but we'll get to that. So first house in Libra, got his last name, got his good looks, got his singing abilities from his father, is confirmed. His father was a singer, and his mother also singer, sign languager. Second house Scorpio, might do something with a church later. Church people are a good revenue stream for him. Both Catholic, Protestant, and probably Satanist too with Scorpio, Pluto and Scorpio. Pluto being like the ruler of hell, and then his third house is inside. I'm sure he loves that. But then also the number 15 is like the Devil Tarot card, so you never know. And then they've been like, what is it, Nick Jonas? They've been like very naked, as I've been saying, like very naked. I think I've seen might have saved in my phone, Nick Jonas in like bondage gear. So you never know how they're going to go with that in the future. Every preacher has a good like story of like repentance and whatever you call it. That. And then so his third house? His third house in Sagittarius, very competitive with his siblings and family members. So, if we see them fighting at some point with Nick and Kevin, that is charted in his third house. He has a fourth house in Capricorn where he has a few planets that we had just mentioned. Saturn, all in retrograde, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. So limitations caused by Saturn. Maybe he is demonic in some form or fashion, or very lusty. Maybe people will have a lot of lusty feelings towards him. Uranus, Capricorns have caused like endlessness and boundlessness in his life. Capricorns have closed doors, have opened doors, and have helped him get on television, people in suits, contracts, business, capitalism, things like that. So when in combination, like the third and fourth house together talk about his early childhood life, which Wikipedia says his origins are, let's see, history. What is this? Oh, this is the church. His early life in Arizona, father, singer, songwriter, attended Christian high school, appeared in a Broadway production of La Boheme, and Baz Luhrmann's Broadway production of La Boheme. So, I mean, his brothers could have been like very competitive with that. It could have been in competition with his brothers. Baz Luhrmann's Broadway production of La Boheme seems like a pretty big deal. Maybe he got like, good deals and maybe signed some contracts. Third house in Sagittarius and fourth house Capricorn, without knowing the stuff on Wikipedia, would say to me that he was probably very deep into athletics more so than church. Could have been like running competitions or like lemonade stands with like Capricorn in the fourth house. Perhaps his mother and father were in competition with business and like the business, like show business and things like that. And his mother might have been the one who got him into La Boheme, maybe. He has a moon in Aquarius. So the reason why I say moon in Aquarius isn't the best position is because Aquarian moons like to take things that aren't theirs. So maybe he's stolen a song or two. I'm really curious about this DCE people. I've never heard of that before. DNCE. These guys look weird. DNCE was an American dance rock band consisting of lead singer Joe Jonas, drummer Jack Lawless, and guitarist Jinju Lee. Bassist and keyboardist Cole Whittle was a part of the band from when they formed in 2015. They went on hiatus in 2019. DNCE music is mainly dance, rock, pop. I've never heard Cake by the Ocean. I've never heard any of this stuff. Toothbrush. That's another song that they made. Let's see. In 2018, after People to People and other non-album single Dance had limited success, the band went on an indefinite hiatus. After the group went on a hiatus, so they went on a hiatus, then went on an indefinite hiatus. Jonas rejoined the Jonas Brothers, and Lee began performing with acts such as Charlie XCX. So Jinju Lee is with Charlie XCX. He's back with his brothers. In February 2022, DNCE returned without Whittle after their hiatus with a collaboration with Kygo, who I think is the somebody I used to know person, maybe. Dancing Feet. I've never heard of any of this. The band released 3 more songs afterwards. Move, Got Me Good, and Flamingo. The latter for the movie Anything Possible. Never even heard of that movie before. Before going on hiatus once again in 2024. So they've been together for a while, off and on. Anything Possible is a Prime Video. So he's still doing stuff. He's still alive. He's in 2024 at least. So very competitive with his family, business, doing things. DNCE, random group of people. I'm like super curious to listen to their music. But anyway, so maybe that was the reason for all these hiatuses and breakups, him taking music from people or ideas. Perhaps I'm not gonna like stick him with any accusations, but that's his 5th house. So also his moon in Aquarius, temperamental with friends, not good with friends. Friends are a limitation or sexy distraction. Maybe when attracted to his friends, maybe there's like some type of love affairs or quarrels that were going on in that band. Seemed to be an obstacle for him. But how he's supposed to get over those obstacles of maybe potentially being a thief and a scoundrel, and also his North Node being in Aquarius too, meaning that's like a lifelong lesson, like how to make friends. Maybe how to make friends that aren't his brothers, or be a better friend to his brothers, is his 6th house in Pisces. Like how he heals himself, his day-to-day actions, how he heals himself, what his job is actually supposed to be, is in the church with Pisces. So, like I said, maybe there'll be an Il Divo moment where they're like doing some Protestant singing or something, but I think Catholics they sing a little bit more, is like the difference, the big difference. But how he heals himself is with the church and Pisces, and maybe he has a huge fan base within the church, so that kind of keeps him afloat, perhaps. But that's his 6th house. His 7th house is in Aries, so he should date an Aries, because they'd be like very direct and like dating an Aries, even having a business partner that's an Aries, will help him make better like business choices. Like should he be with his brothers or not with his brothers, and Aries can like kind of strike the gavel on that. No planets in Aries. And then his 8th house is Taurus. So his 2nd house in Scorpio, his 6th house in Pisces, his 8th house in Taurus say to me like church is the way to go. He should be singing like gospel. A lot of people I've been doing these charts for should be doing gospel music. Um, Maybe it's because I'm a Pisces. I'm like, just go to the church. Like they'll like you. Even like Gwen Stefani, who is a Libra rising Capricorn, she's kind of like turned over to the Lord after pretending to be Jamaican for a little bit. Maybe you'll see the same thing with Pink. She turned over to the circus after pretending to be black for a little bit. But maybe the Jonas brothers aren't really brothers. Maybe they're like cousins or like just a random collection of children, and they're going to be like, we weren't actually brothers. But God will forgive us, or God will forgive us after being so sexy. And then, so that's his 7th house, his 8th house Taurus. Maybe he'll do some, maybe he'll do a Hare Krishna moment, like how the Beatles did, the whole boy band type of thing, in the future. And like I said, like 2028 or some year that revolves around the number 8. I feel like it's racist to say this, but I also feel like with his band DNCE, they're trying to like, I don't know, like this guy looks crazy. He has like fake abs drawn on his stomach, and I don't know who that is, but this is Joe Jonas. It's an ugly guy. It's like Joe Jonas, an ugly guy with long hair, kind of like an anime fan looking type of guy, and then like Jinju Lee, who is Korean. So it kind of seems like, to me, I didn't know if she was like Korean or Japanese, but it kind of seems like he's maybe trying to like, born in Incheon. I don't want to say Korean things. And it doesn't really tell me how to pronounce it. But Incheon, that's where she's from. South Korea, it kind of seemed like he was trying to like jump on the K-pop wave, like doing like techno pop and then having like a Korean Harajuku girl around him. She doesn't look like a Harajuku girl. She kind of is dressed in this picture like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz a little bit. But this guy looks like he's like some type of anime fan, which is weird. My phone is going off a lot. It's just great. Just so great. Because then I turned it off and then I miss all my calls. But anyway. So Moon in Aquarius maybe is trying to do some cultural appropriation, but delicately by actually including people of that culture. So instead of just like ripping off K-pop, actually like employing or working with a Korean artist and like what looks like a otaku, like Japanese anime fan guy. And I only talk about that because that's like we're stepping into his 9th house of long distance travel. Let's see, the phone is going off. Very popular, as you can imagine. I know. And then I'm going to turn my volume off, and then I'm going to miss all of my calls later. Which I don't even know how to do. But anyway, we're going to keep talking about this. Okay. Volume down. Cool. Okay. So we're only talking about this because we're stepping into his 9th house, which is Gemini. So the 9th house talks about long distance travel and maybe even long distance friends and friends from other countries, which has Gemini in. So maybe he doesn't speak Korean very well, or maybe he does. Maybe he has a lot of fans in Korea. We never know. But what other than this information I'm getting from Wikipedia, what the 8th house in Gemini says to me, actually does talk more, or 9th house in Gemini, talks to me about him like learning from other people. So instead of like, maybe he's gone to college, doesn't really say anything about college so much, other than Christian high school. So he like learns better from his friends and from communication and talking. So if you were to learn Korean or something like that, it would probably come from speaking to a Korean person rather than taking a class somewhere. He has a 10th house in Cancer, where he also has Chiron and Jupiter. So it says his mother brings him a lot of good luck, Jupiter and Cancer. So, like, she might have helped him with the whole La Boheme thing. And Gemini is also the planet of communication, so it's actually really funny that I kept getting text messages while we're talking about his 9th house. I don't think there were anybody. I think one of the people were from India. But I don't think it was anybody from Korea or anything like that. So that's actually really funny. Kept getting text messages while we're talking about his Gemini ninth house. And I do think they were local calls or local text messages. But yeah, so the 10th house in Cancer says his mother is really good for his career. Mother brings him a lot of good luck, whether if that's his mother or the mother of his children. Has issues with maternal energy with Chiron. So I don't know, like if you were to write a book about motherhood and what it is to be a good mother, it'd probably be like not the best advice in the world. Um, and also this year is a really good year for him, 2026, as Jupiter is currently in Cancer. But he should have some type of like career, like singing songs. And, and that's the thing. Like as he gets older, eventually his fan base, Joe Jonas, like a Donny Osmond or James Taylor, like I don't even know people. Like one day Drake will be like mother music. You know what I mean? Like now it's like young girl music, but then in 20, 30 years from now, it's going to be like, oh, my mom, she listens to Drake. Oh, my mom, she listens to Boys to Men. Or, like Keith Sweat or Luther Vandross or Whitney Houston. Like it becomes mother music eventually. So, as he was in his second house and his eighth house as like churchy people music or like religious Disney Puritan music, it'll eventually become music for moms, as he will maybe form an Il Divo type of. Well, even that DNCE thing is sort of like Il Divo, like acronymy, whatever, eclectic group of randos together singing music or dancing to music that is made by a computer. But that's his 10th house. I'm very eager to look at my phone now. In his 11th house of Leo. So Leos are really good friends to him. He makes really good friends with Leo. So everybody on this list is maybe not his friend. But if he's struggling with friendship, you should look to David Spade, to, who are these people? Donald Edmund Wahlberg Jr. I guess, is that Donnie Wahlberg? Princess Margaret, Austin Butler, Halle Berry? I think it's Halle Berry or Haley Berry. I don't know. Halle Berry, we'll say. Sandra Bullock would be a really good friend to him. Mick Jagger, Amy Adams, Ben Affleck, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc. You should reach out to all this. Tom Brady, Edward Norton, Coco Chanel, Sebastian Stan, Robert Plant, Sean Paul, or no, it's Sean Penn. Sorry, not Sean Paul. Lucy LaBall, Lucy Ball. I don't know who that is. Maybe I said the name wrong. Whatever. A bunch of J.K. Rowling, Carl Jung, Andrew Garfield. A bunch of Leos would be really good friends for him. Fame, technology revolving around fame. So I don't know. Maybe famous people have some type of app. Maybe has like a friendship fame app. Like, are you famous? Do you want to be friends? Like Raya, but like for friendship. Like, are you going to the Oscars? Like an Oscars app or something, or a Grammys app, like a social networking app only for people that have Grammys or something. I don't even know if he has Grammys, but something like that. And they have things like Grimes. What's her name? What is her name? Chapel Roan. Chapel Roan went to some type of like Grammy camp or something. So like bonding experiences that are revolved around the future and technology that are only for famous people would be like a good thing for him and would satisfy his soul or his son. And then he has a 12th house in Virgo. So as I was saying with the Idris Elba, which is like such a like eye opener to me, because I got to actually see him on the Amy Poehler podcast, where he did not like talking about zodiac signs, did not like the fact that he was a Virgo, did not give a shit that Beyonce was a Virgo. So maybe Virgos sort of piss him off, make him uncomfortable, make him miserable. And then also, like, they had, I think they were the Purity Ring people. I don't know. I'm kind of like going off of the South Park episode. I remember that was them, or was either them or Harry Styles' band. But he also has Mars. So maybe he acts like a little girl sometimes. He acts like a Virgo, very like, what is the word? Annoying, obnoxious, not those words. Like precise or particular about certain things, about certain details. Venus and Virgo to me, stereotypically that I've seen in real life and in astrology books always says that these are people that need like a matchmaker, like they're not good at picking partners. So this also talks about like the North Node in Aquarius, where it's like he doesn't make good friends, or is not a good friend because he steals things. Maybe is attracted to angry people because he has the seventh house in Aries. Can't find a good mother for his children because his Chiron in Cancer, doesn't know what it is to be a good mother. So that talks about Venus in Virgo as well. And then Mercury in Virgo says that he's a really good communicator, probably better than me. A good singer, really good at talking and speaking on camera, potentially, especially with the 12th house because it talks about movies and things like that. So maybe he should go back into acting, go back to Broadway. Maybe he has like a really high falsetto. And the only reason why I have this whole like Libras are falsettos, or I don't even know if that's the right term, like high pitched singing voices, is because what's his name? Will Smith obviously has a girly light voice that he tries to cover, that he's been covering for like 30 years. Like he's not gotten or gotten any like bass in his voice, and he's like doing this like fake like deep voice thing that's like really annoying to listen to. And then Frankie Lyman has like a very light voice from the songs that he has recorded. So maybe he has a very high pitch opera-y type voice like Il Divo or something like that, and acts like a girl and attracts like a girl and sounds like a girl. Virgo. And that is Joe Jonas's natal chart. But before I go and check my phone and run off this video, we're going to look at his Chinese zodiac sign. His Chinese or lunar zodiac sign, which is the snake. Right? 1989? Is that what it says? 1989 is I think I actually knew that. Year of the snake. I would be interested into learning about... Oh, I know the snake. The snake's legend is that he had a lot of interactions with the horse and like slithered in front of the horse or something. Like the horse was going to beat him in the race and the snake beats the horse in some way. Currently, 2026 is the year of the horse. The snake is associated with wisdom, charm, elegance, and transformation. People born in the year of the snake are mysterious, charismatic, intuitive, calm, strategic, positive, wise, determined, intelligent, goal-oriented, responsible, and graceful. So, I mean, that could be like marriage, or what is it? Dancing, sorry, I don't know. It could be marriage. I was actually looking at this thing, it's like, who should the snake marry? So I said marriage instead. But graceful, so he has that dance, DNCE music band. Who he should get married to is the ox. The ox would make a good marriage partner, is what it says. And it says that their enemy is the tiger, monkey, and pig. I know that monkey is not compatible with snake. That's something that I'm aware of. TravelChinaGuide.com. Let's see what they say. TravelChinaGuide.com, yeah. Once again, they have many day tours from $49 and 12% off global tours, which is great information. See, career, wealth, health. We'll read about their health. I'm more into like the myth. I kind of know the myth a little bit. I don't know if he was like riding on the horse's back, which seems to be like a thing. So we'll say he was riding on the horse's back, jumped off the horse's back, and slithered into his way into his position into the Chinese zodiac. But their health, the Chinese zodiac snake people born in 1989 have a healthy physical condition when they are young, but hard work at young ages may lead to great physical problems in the late ages. So he's been a child actor, he's been working since he was a young person, which we know, might cause issues for him later in life. If they do not want to suffer from heavy diseases, they should take good care of their bodies, as we all should. As early as possible. Take to rest on time. Try to rest on time, or try to, I don't know, and exercise properly. That was not me messing up, that was the website, even though I mess up a lot. Their love fortune is not very good, although they have many admirers, as he does. It is hard for them to find a suitable life partner. And in the end, they are more likely to have a shotgun marriage. It is also for this reason that their life after marriage is not very sweet, and they often quarrel with each other, but the relationship with their children is pretty. That's what it says. They may have 2 children, and their children love them very much. They have good kids, but then as I was saying about his natal chart with Venus in Virgo, and a couple other positions. Let's look at it. Just to be precise here, we're astrological scientists with Venus in Virgo and Aquarius North Node, Aquarius Moon, seventh house in Aries. He's not good at picking partners. Also says because he's a snake, also not good at picking partners. Like those people from DNCE don't look like good partners. His wealth. The people with Chinese zodiac sign snake do not need to worry about money. Although their salary is not high enough to afford their expenses, they are able to earn a large sum amount of money from investments, or maybe one singular investment. Basically, most of the projects they invest in can have good returns. In their middle ages, they may also receive an unexpected fortune, such as a lottery or legacy. All in all, they will live a pretty rich life. So, probably residuals from the Jonas Brothers TV show or something like that. This is like pretty accurate, right? I mean, other than the grammar and everything. Especially the working a lot since a young age. But so anyway, that's Joe Jonas, Hillary Clinton. We didn't really look at Monica Lewinsky's. Let's look at Monica Lewinsky real quick. So that's been Joe Jonas, DNCE, his father, Hillary Clinton, and Bill Clinton's natal chart. Did we look at Hillary? We did look at Hillary. We did look at Hillary's chart. Or no, we didn't look at Monica Lewinsky's. So we didn't see, what stuff that they had in Libra. As Libras are dirty, rotten cheaters. That, dirty, rotten cheaters on a global scale because they're also Leos. So they're famous for cheating or cheating scandals. So Monica Lewinsky, she's from San Francisco, California, July 23rd, 1973. 1973 is the ox. Maybe he'll get married to Monica Lewinsky one day. You never know. They'd be a good relationship together. Good fame. Maybe, I don't know, get money from helping her write a book or do a play. Monica Lewinsky, the musical. She does not seem to have a lot of stuff in Libra other than her ascendant. She has a Pluto in Libra and Uranus in Libra. So you never know. So me being his matchmaker, because he has a Venus in Virgo, is not good at finding good people to be within relationships, and also being a snake, he should date Monica Lewinsky. The end. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and finding your best friend who is a Leo rising Libra snake to tell them that they should be married to a very famous, scandalous person, and that they're handsome and they look like Joe Jonas. All right, thank you. Bye.